Yes, in fact, if I have to put one point that why after I've spent some months into the program now, why I'm really loving it is actually the coaching and mentorship that I'm getting through the program. Again, we all have managers, we all have bosses in our life, we all have many interesting colleagues whom we get to work with, but there are stages in life when you need some kind of mentoring help to even help you decide what next for your professional path. So both Mohit and Tamant have been extremely supportive. Whenever we have called them, we have tried to reach out. Whenever personally I have tried to reach out to them, I have received immense support from them, both in terms of coaching and mentoring.
Coaching and mentorship, I really liked it a lot because I was actually expecting a pretty professorial and a student kind of relationship, but it was pretty nice to see that it was almost a friendly relationship where I could approach my mentors, my professors, almost at any given point of time, and they would come up with answers to my specific problems. They didn't have an attitude from an expert's point of view. They almost had a very empathetic attitude, which I really liked, and I really appreciated as well.
But in terms of reviews, first of all, from the faculty, there's absolutely no doubt that they were of the highest caliber. The kind of feedback that you got for a presentation that you shared, even if it was on an online medium and you were interacting with them sitting 20,000 miles away on a web chat, they were still able to break through the medium and make you feel that you were in the room and you were being addressed as an individual.
Some of the faculty and some of the guest speakers that Northwest brings on board, I think that's something really commendable. We see some of the biggest names from the industry come and speak to us. That could be a DLF Retail, that could be a Snapdeal, that could be a Common Floor. Some of the names that are very big today from a market perspective, founders of those and co-founders of those are available for discussions. I think that's really commendable. Something very interesting that happened today, the panel discussion that we did with the venture capitalists, I think that was really an eye-opener in terms of understanding what a VC looks for when he's looking at an enterprise to invest money into. I think very different perspective, very interesting way to look at things. The other example that comes to my mind is there was a session on personal grooming as well as being ready for the leadership hiring positions, and there was a full day session on what a headhunter, for example, looks for, what are the kind of profile you need to maintain. I think very relevant from where all of us aspire to go.
The greatest achievement. The coaches have, with their outstanding guiding philosophy, they have really helped us. Today, if I need anything, there is always accessible. They do. When I write back on LinkedIn, they always come back to us.
Faculty interactions have been excellent, and I do include the Northwest team also, especially Tamant and Mohit as part of this faculty, because they've actually spent a lot of time with all of us over here. Right? Several of the sessions that we've actually had were one-on-one sessions where we actually had with several of the faculties, including the Northwest team, and several group-on sessions that we've actually had. So we actually derived value from all the faculties. Several of them online courses were extremely effective, and pretty much I would say that Northwest was always available for me whenever I wanted to talk about and do something about it. So it is actually a very useful relationship that I've actually developed, which I expect to keep it for much longer than the course.
I draw a lot of inputs from people like Santosh, who are senior people, and it's a privilege to interact with those kind of people actually. So if you've got a very senior peer in your group, it really helps. I will be very frank with you, I think Tamant and Mohit, I think these two guys are also, I think you guys have actually given a lot of fresh perspectives of what I think. I will give an example of mine. After working for 16-17 years, you tend to have this belief that I have seen it all, I know it all and all these things. And then when you discuss with people who have come from very different perspectives, you can really see the difference. And also what to make you feel is that you have to be very open, you have to be very humble. Just because you've worked for so many years doesn't mean that you can't take fresh insights and fresh ideas. I think that way it is very enriching.
Coaching and mentorship in the program is predominantly between the peers. There's a lot of learning and coaching happens, and the opportunity given by the group is brilliant, and it's extensively towards making sure that every participant is actually involved with the success of the other participants' involvement.